In the beginning there was nothing, a vast expanse known as the Ginnungagap, a yawning void devoid of sand, sea, earth, or sky. The void, immense and gaping, had its limits. Above it lay a realm of heat and fire, while below a realm of cold and mist awaited. As time flowed on, rivers known as the Ylivögar began to surge upward from the north, carrying with them a toxic substance that froze into ice within the void. This ice emitted poisonous vapors that crystallized into salty rime, continuously expanding and filling the emptiness. Meanwhile, the hot winds from the southern realm reached the void, and as they drew nearer to the icy expanse, something remarkable happened. The heat melted some of the solid salty rime, birthing a primordial ooze from which life would eventually emerge. The first being to take form was Ymir, the giant known as Ymir, a hermaphroditic entity capable of giving birth to giants, both male and female, alongside hideous monsters like a six-headed beast. Ymir nourished himself on the milk of the primordial cow Audumbla, who also emerged from the primordial goo. While Ymir fed, Audumbla sustained herself by licking the solid salty rime. In a miraculous process that unfolded over 3 days, Audumbla revealed Buri, a being of beauty and strength. His emergence marked the dawn of the gods. Buri fathered a son named Bor, who united with the giantess Bestla to conceive 3 sons, Odin, Vili, and Ve. Though the origins of Yggdrasil, the mighty ash tree that became the backbone of the universe, remain a mystery, it likely sprouted from the same primordial goo. Yggdrasil's roots reach deep into the north, nourished by 3 wells: Urdabrunner, the well of destiny; Mimisbrunner, the well of wisdom; and Vergelmir, the well of fire. For a time, the world thrived with gods, giants, and primordial beings. But as the giants multiplied, the 3 brothers grew concerned. Ymir's asexual reproduction meant that the giants quickly outnumbered the gods, and while doesn't depict them as overtly threatening, their chaotic nature was a cause for alarm. To address this giant menace, Odin and his brothers slaying Ymir. His body released such a torrent of blood that it created a flood, wiping out nearly all giants and drastically reducing their numbers. With Ymir's remains, the brothers crafted the earth, placing it at the heart of Yggdrasil. They formed the land and mountains from Ymir's flesh and bones, used his blood to create the sea, and hung his skull above the new world as the sky. Sparks and flames from Muspelheim were scattered within Ymir's skull to form the stars, while the remnants of his brains became the clouds. In the end, they shaped a circular disk. The barren outskirts were given to the giants, a desolate realm, known as Jotunheim, while the fertile inner land was named Midgard or Middle-earth. They separated Midgard from Jotunheim using Ymir's eyebrows as a protective fence. Finally, Odin and his brothers created mankind to inhabit their new world, marking the dawn of human existence in this carefully crafted cosmos. The first humans, Ask and Embla, emerged from twigs found on a riverbank, their names meaning ash tree and vine. Initially lifeless, they were infused with life by 3 gods. Odin bestowed souls, Hoenir granted senses, and Lothar imparted warmth and a divine hue. From these humble beginnings, Ask and Embla became the ancestors of all humanity. These were just 2 of the 9 worlds nestled in the roots and branches of Yggdrasil. To the south lay the world of fire, known as Muspelheim. In their creation of Midgard, Odin and his brothers sealed off this realm from the rest of existence, confining a race of fire giants, distinct from the frost giants of Jotunheim, within it. Their formidable leader, Surtur, stands guard at the gates of Muspelheim, ever vigilant for the moment they might open. In stark contrast, the northern world was defined as Niflheim, inhabited by various creatures. Among its shadows lurks Nidhogg, a great dragon that gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil, inflicting immense pain upon the great tree. The Norns, the Norse, fates also dwell in Niflheim at the Well of Destiny, where they weave the fates of individuals into the bark of Yggdrasil using runes. In pursuit of wisdom, Odin once hung himself from Yggdrasil for 9 days and nights, unraveling the secrets of the runes, which he later imparted to humanity. After his death, Odin would place the disembodied head of his friend Mimir at the Well of Wisdom. Helheim, the underworld, was likely nestled within Niflheim or nearby among Yggdrasil's roots. It perhaps emerged following Ymir's death, crafted to accommodate the numerous giants who perished in the Great Flood. Meanwhile, Odin and his kin, the Aesir, established their home in a realm closer to the top of Yggdrasil, naming it Asgard. Another tribe of gods, the Vanir, chose to dwell in Vanaheim, possibly descendants of one of Odin's brothers. In the early days, the Aesir and Vanir clashed in war, but they eventually forged a peace agreement that involved the exchange of hostages, bringing key Vanir figures, like the twins Freya and Freyr, into Asgard. After the war, the Aesir fortified Asgard against the giants rather than the Vanir, and built the Rainbow Bifrost Bridge to connect Asgard with Midgard, allowing them to protect humanity. The origins of the other realms in the Norse cosmos are not well documented. However, the elves found their home in Alfheim, sometimes regarded as gods or divine ancestors, possibly the offspring of another of Odin's brothers. Meanwhile, the dark elves, commonly known as dwarves, thrived in Svartalfheim, a shadowy underground world. Renowned for their craftsmanship, they created many legendary treasures, including Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Other tales hint at the god's ongoing efforts to shape the world. The god Heimdall ventured into the world of men to establish social order. He spent a night with a poor couple, ensuring they bore children destined to become thralls and slaves. He then visited a middle-class couple, ensuring their offspring would become farmers and workers. Finally, he spent a night with an attractive and wealthy couple, ensuring their children would be earls and kings, even fostering one to teach them the art of conquest. The gods also placed the children of Loki, the trickster, in various roles across the cosmos. With the giantess Angerboda, Loki had 3 children deemed too dangerous to roam free. Hel, a giantess who was half alive and half dead, was sent to rule Helheim in Niflheim. Odin welcomed brave fallen warriors to his hall, Valhalla, in Asgard, while Freya gathered her chosen warriors in Folkvangr, the Field of Warriors. An underwater realm called Ran awaited those who perished at sea, and many believed the dead resided in Helgafjell, or the Holy Mountain. Fenrir, a giant wolf, was cunningly bound on a deserted island where he raged at his entrapment. The gods placed a sword in his mouth to keep it open, and the drool that dripped from him formed an enormous river called Expectation. In the prose Edda, he is described as the father of the 2 giant wolves, Skoll and Hati, who chase the sun and moon, ever intent on devouring them. The 3rd child, the serpent Jormungandr, was cast into the waters encircling Midgard, growing so colossal that he could encircle the world and hold his own tail in his mouth. His immense size made him a vital part of the ecosystem, capable of causing tidal waves with his movements. The banishment of Loki's children was both an act of creation, shaping the world as it is, and a precursor to Ragnarok. This term, meaning the twilight of the gods, foretells the death of all gods and the ultimate destruction of the universe, marking a cataclysmic end to the Norse cosmos. As we conclude this journey through Norse mythology, we glimpse the intricate dance of creation, conflict, and destiny that defines this rich universe. From the primordial chaos of Ginnungagap to the looming shadow of Ragnarok, these tales remind us of the cyclical nature of existence. For more captivating stories from the Norse cosmos yet to come, be sure to subscribe. Your adventure awaits.